some connection to the storm.
Yeah, I think so. I know somebody who does know, and that's Melanie. She's joining us now with all these details.
You have me. Yes, some of that cloud cover that's coming
Take
in
it away.
Hurricane Erin. Yes, tomorrow we're going to get into more sunshine. We'll see more of that over the next couple of days, luckily. But we just got our update in, 5 o'clock advisory on Hurricane Erin. Still the maximum sustained winds at 100 miles per hour, but the pace has picked up. Now it's moving off to the northeast at 20 miles per hour. And again, still a Category 2 storm. It's expected to become a Category 1 storm tomorrow and then continue weakening into this weekend. So you look at radar and satellite. If you were closer across southeast Mass compared to north and west of the region, you had more of that cloud cover today, and that was on the northwest fringe of what is Hurricane Erin. You can see that cloud canopy pretty expansive, stretching all the way from Nova Scotia, even parts of it stretching down to the Bahamas for today. So it is a very large storm. In fact, some of those tropical storm force winds extend more than 300 miles outside the center of the storm. So we've got this large storm. Meanwhile, we also have high pressure that's moving in, and so that creates this pressure gradient that's driving the wind and will be driving the wind over the next 24 hours. So we have this wind advisory that pretty much starts now, running through tomorrow afternoon. This is for gusts that could be up to 50 miles per hour across the Cape and the islands. And when we talk about that threshold, isolated tree damage is possible, as well as a few power outages. So we look at the current wind, and it has been breezy out there, right? Out of the northeast, made that feel much more cool today. You have sustained winds near 20 miles per hour in some spots, and some gusts near and above 30 miles per hour. The strongest wind already across Nantucket, upwards of 40 miles per hour. So as we go through tonight, it's breezy inland, but gusty across the Cape and the islands. And this is when the wind is going to peak overnight into tomorrow morning, with some of those gusts you can see here pushing 40 to 50 miles per hour across Cape Cod and the islands come tomorrow morning. Well, elsewhere you're dealing with just a little bit of a breeze. And as we go into the afternoon, still breezy, but then the wind is going to taper as we go through the second half of the day toward the evening. It'll be a pretty nice Friday night for us. Current temperatures ranging in the 60s and 70s after highs reach the upper 60s, low 70s. Currently 67 in Boston. Overnight temperatures falling into the low to mid 50s inland. Temperatures closer to that 60-degree mark across the Cape, where you have more cloud cover and those gusty conditions. Now through the overnight, we're also watching for the potential for some minor coastal flooding across the south coast and the islands. So pockets of shallow flooding, especially around high tide, which is right around midnight. And that'll be the case again for tomorrow night. Meanwhile, you can see that's green shading highlighted from the north shore down to the south shore. This is for the potential for large breaking waves to create splash over. As we look at our forecast for tomorrow, upper 70s to the low 80s. Temperatures feeling better. We'll start with some high clouds from Erin tomorrow morning and then get into more sunshine by the second half of the day as that breeze tapers as well. A lot of low 80s north and west of the region. Upper 70s from Boston down to southeast Mass. Low to mid 70s across the Cape. So you may see the sunshine, see those warmer temperatures and think, I need to get to the beach. Well, tomorrow there's still that high risk for rip currents on all of our beaches. And wave heights across our eastern and southern beaches could be pushing close to 20 feet offshore, and from the north shore down to the south shore, some of those wave heights offshore pushing above 10 feet. So a heads up there, use extreme caution tomorrow, and it's not recommended to get into the water. But it's dry tomorrow, dry Saturday, dry Sunday. Precipitation chances go back up on Monday. We're looking at the chance for some showers and some storms. Overall, though, temperatures look pretty good with highs that'll be in the 70s and 80s.